Hey everybody, Merry Christmas from the Cardboard Cave. Just wanted to show you our Christmas tree here at the cave headquarters. Thought there's a few ornaments that might appeal to to some of my demographic. That sounds so impersonal to put it that way. There's some ornaments I think you all might think are cool. So there's a lot of ornaments on this tree, but I'm just going to pick out the nerdy ones that I obviously put on here. Here's a brand new one from Hallmark. Legolas from the Peter Jackson trilogy. This is a 2023 ornament. I'll be honest, I didn't expect a new Lord of the Rings film ornament this year. I feel like it's been a while. There was also a Gollum. Gollum is an amazing part of the films, but it's not a particularly attractive ornament, as you would expect for Gollum. But Legolas looks really good. The detailing on the outfit, the face, the bow, which actually has a string here. Really good looking ornament. The detailing is really nice. I believe this one retailed for 20 bucks, if I'm not mistaken. Really nice detailing on Legolas. And then I have a couple of older Lord of the Rings ornaments, also from Hallmark, from years ago. I guess you'd have to go to eBay or something to get a hold of these if you want them. There's Frodo, and of course Gandalf all the way down here. You gotta love Gandalf. But yeah, Legolas was new this year. Pretty unexpected. I mean, despite how huge Lord of the Rings is, I don't feel like we get a lot of new stuff like directly from the films. And I pretty much have hidden most of the rest of them on this side. My wife did not ask me to hide them, but I just have so many nerdy ornaments. I kind of feel guilty putting them on the front of the tree. So I kind of have them over here. Let's see. Here we have Klingon, Bird of Prey. And this is an ornament from the 90s. This is when they were doing this thing where you actually has a cord, and you're supposed to take a light bulb out and put this in the place of it. And the problem is the actual base of the light bulbs now seem to be a different size. So when it's time to rebuy Christmas lights, I might honestly look to see if I can find some, but I have a feeling they're just not going to be compatible with modern lights, which is unfortunate. And these aren't LED lights. These are just your normal mini Christmas tree lights, which is what these are made for. But anyways, it still looks cool as it is. I just kind of ignore that green cord hanging out. Then we move on down. Here's Samus Aran from Metroid. This is another new ornament from 2023. Very nice. I believe $20 from Hallmark. Really good detailing, really good colors. The material is just nice. It's slightly shiny, which gives it a slightly metallic look. A really good looking figure there. Just a plastic visor. I would have been super cool if it was semi-transparent. That would have been a nice touch. But she looks so cool. It's like she's just in a perfect stance to be standing on a tree branch or in midair, as this case is here. Let's see here. As we move on down here, we got Super Nintendo, one of my absolute favorite ornaments, with the Super Mario World cartridge. This is also from Hallmark. These mini console ornaments they have done are just so cool. They look so realistic. It's crazy how real they look. The other controller is just propped on the back there. I mean, they even put detail on the back. They come with little watch batteries you put in and actually have sounds. As we continue on, here's a golden Zelda cartridge. Also from, these are all from Hallmark. I need to quit saying that. They're all from Hallmark. This is metal, which is one thing I really love about it. That's super cool. One of my favorite ornaments. It's quite heavy, so actually I have it rested on a branch. Probably not necessary, but let's see. Let's move on to some more Star Trek ships here. Here's from Battlestar Galactica, if I'm not mistaken. I say if I'm not mistaken because if you've been watching the channel, you know I'm a fan of the original Star Trek series who is just now making my way through, in order of release, making my way through all the other series that I've foolishly ignored all these years. I love the way this one looks, I'll say that. And I will say this is another one that has the perhaps unfortunate plug-in that doesn't work with modern lights. Down here, another Romulan Warbird, if I'm not mistaken. And if I am mistaken, I'm sure I'll be corrected in the comments. The Romulans have actually just started to appear in Next Generation as my wife and I slowly, way too slowly, make our way through that series. Anyways, another pretty cool ornament. Let's see down here. Yeah, we'll go back to Star Trek in a bit. Here's another Nintendo ornament. Another one of my favorites. Link looking very classic, looking like he's almost clay, made out of clay or something. And he has music, and this music is so loud and so clear on this ornament. Possibly the greatest theme in the history of video games. I say possibly because here's another contender. We have our Sega Genesis Model 1 system here, which is resting on the street branch a little too much. Looks so good. I'm going to say looks even better than the Super Nintendo ornament from Hallmark, but maybe because the Sega Genesis is simply a classier, cooler looking system. You know, I think the Super Nintendo, in hindsight, had a library that simply cannot be touched. But the system itself, the Sega Genesis, was so sleek, so cool looking. And the music. I gotta remember which thing actually plays the music. It's one of these buttons. There we go. So good. Let's see. Oh, speaking of Sonic, here we go. This is a newer ornament. I think it's 2022. Probably still available. It's my favorite of the Sonic character ornaments that I've seen. I love that Tails is so there's actually an on-off switch on this one, which is pretty cool. I love that Tails is carrying Sonic. I really like this one a lot. Just a very cool ornament. And let's see here. Here's another cool one. Definitely one of my favorites. Absolutely fantastic Hallmark ornament. Donkey Kong original arcade machine. So fantastic. Absolutely one of my favorite ornaments. It's like a... It's plastic. It's a lot surprisingly lightweight, but it's all plastic, so it's still sturdy. And I love the flicker effect. It's so cool. I think I want to end on my absolute favorite ornament. So now we're going to go into a whole stretch of Star Trek Enterprise ornaments. So if you've been watching the channel, you know I've been into Star Trek Enterprise. It's been a great treat. I finished the series now. Ironically, making it only the second Star Trek series that I've completely finished. Of course, in addition to the original series. Next Generation will be the next one we finish. But Enterprise, I watched through it very quickly. Whereas Next Gen, I'm waiting on my wife until we can watch episodes together, so it's simply taking longer. But on my search for Enterprise memorabilia and items, I found some Hallmark ornaments that were not too expensive. So I have T'Pol here. She's okay. I'm not in love with the face, but they didn't do a bad job. It's pretty good. And then we have Captain Archer, which I think is, again, the face isn't perfect, but it's not too bad, but it's a pretty cool ornament overall on his chair. I mean, it looks a little like a toilet when you just separate it out from the rest of the bridge, but it's still a really cool ornament. And then we have my favorite of those three characters. Well, my favorite of those three ornaments, and actually my favorite of those three characters, if we're being honest, Trip in his spacesuit. Again, I don't think the face is perfect, but it's not bad for an ornament. But I love his spacesuit. My favorite part is the transparent visor here. Love that. Really like that figure. And then, I think I did a separate video of this, didn't I? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, I did. So I don't need to show this much. But here is the metal pewter NX-01 ship that you've seen a whole video on its stand. But here it is off its stand, just hanging from the tree. So I think it looks just as cool on the Christmas tree as it did on its own display stand. Very cool ship. Very cool ornament. Very cool collectible. And also, another one of those plug-in light-up, magic light, whatever they call them ships, from Hallmark back in the day. This is from the Enterprise. The Vulcan ship, which I think is just, based purely on looks, one of the coolest ships in Star Trek. I love this design. See, all together I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 Enterprise ornaments, which I don't think that's all they did, but it might be all they did. And I think that just leaves me with my favorite ornament, which is also my newest ornament that I just put on the tree yesterday. It's brand new for this year, and I'm making sure I didn't miss anything else before I move on to that. Don't want to leave anybody out. Okay, I'm not seeing anybody else. All right. All right, so now, my favorite ornament. Here it is. The Sega Dreamcast, Hallmark's brand new video game ornament for 2023. Absolutely love this ornament so much. You got the VMU that lights up when you turn the power on, the power triangle, and the, I believe this must be the extra memory pack. I actually never, or is it the Rumble pack? I never had one of these. I have a bunch of VMUs. I assume this must be the Rumble pack. I never had one. But I still have my Dreamcast and most of my Dreamcast library. I love the thing, and this is a great ornament. So there you go, my nerdy Christmas ornaments. Merry Christmas from the Cardboard Cave. And whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope you thought some of these things were fun to look at. Trevor out.